have had almost no sleep. Today was the last day of classes at school, and I had a critique, and I've gotten 2 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. So we're tired. This is the introduction to a reading vlog that I recorded a little bit ago and had not had time to edit. Let's go ahead and jump right on into that, and you can see my live reactions to things that are happening. Okay? Cool. I'm about 15% into the True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren, and it is so good. And I just want to put this theory out into the universe before I read it. I would love if one of the people that she has to date on this dating show is the producer guy, Connor, I think his name is, because the list of like tropes that the men have to be, one of them was royalty, and his last name is Prince. So I would like love if he ended up putting himself as a contestant as royalty because he's a prince. That's what I want. That's what I want. And thank you for watching. I totally just realized I haven't once said if I'm liking this book. I'm loving this book. Christina Lauren, I think, is just like my author. I think I've decided, at least for right now, she's my author. She got me back into reading. She made me record my first video. I've taken a hiatus since school started because I've just been way too stressed. And now she's got me filming another part of a video again out of nowhere. This book is, as of right now, unless some wild shit happens, this is a 5 out of 5. I shouldn't have jinxed it like that, but we will see. Okay, I'm done now. Okay, so I just started my road trip, and so because of that, I am listening to the audiobook. This is gonna be a spoilery vlog. I've decided it's spoilery. Fizzy and Connor, they just slept together for the first time. I don't even know what, I'm maybe 50% into the book, I think. The show has started and he's still not cast, but that is okay because they've slept together. And everyone and their mother can see their chemistry, and they've decided that they're gonna be on camera together for the confessionals. That's a terrible idea. I'm hoping that maybe at the end of the day, what ends up happening is that, because like the audience gets to decide who wins the dating show, essentially. I'm hoping that it gets down to like the last 2. So then people can write in that they want Connor to be with her. So that way they can still end up together and the show isn't like a total bust because he needs the show to succeed, you know? But I'm living for it. He just told his ex-wife and his 2 best friends, and they are like, this is a terrible idea. And it is a terrible idea, but it's so good. I hope they end up together. Oh my God. So I've never used this mount before, and I'm driving, so we'll see how this goes. But basically, I am still on my drive, and I just got to, I don't think it's the 3rd act conflict, and I didn't check what percentage into the book I am, because I am driving. But based off of like the little tracker that it has on the screen on my car, I'm probably like 75% through the book. So maybe it is, I don't think it's the 3rd act conflict. I feel like it's too early still. But so Fizzy has just found out that Connor cheated on his ex-wife. They had their 2nd round of earth-shattering sex, which is a great time. And then she in her head is like, oh, I do love him. Like, I've decided that it's love, which is great. We love that for the romance. But Connor, I guess, also probably feels the same way because he chose this moment to like be vulnerable with her and share like the worst thing, he says, the worst thing he's ever done in his life, which is cheat on his ex-wife because it was like a shotgun marriage. She had just gotten pregnant, so they got married because they thought it was the right thing to do, and it wasn't. That's not what was in the cards for them. And instead of just, he was like a kid, he was 23, and instead of being like an adult about the situation and being like, hey, we should divorce, like this isn't what's best for us, he cheated on her to like end the relationship in a more like permanent way, I guess. I'm not really sure, but so he did that, and so he shares this with Fizzy because he feels like they're in a place where it's okay to share that. He's gonna be vulnerable with her and share his like most heinous act in his mind with her, and she shuts down, which makes sense. I mean, finding out that the person that you just admitted to yourself like minutes before that you're in love with is a cheater, not an easy thing to like digest.
but this doesn't bode well for the relationship in multiple ways. So it could very well be the third act conflict, because now they're gonna have to work through her. She's seeing it as shattered trust because she expects him to be this amazing guy, and he cheated on his past person, which arguably isn't a fair thing to do, because just because they cheated on someone else doesn't mean they're going to cheat with you. But also, they could, like, it's a very real, if someone's willing to cheat once, who says they're not willing to do it again? So she's got to deal with that, and then he is going to have to get over the fact that he chose to be vulnerable with her and she walked away.
Okay, so I have made it successfully to New York, and I spent the day with my friend, and I had a great time. But let me update. By the time I got here, I got to like 80% into the book, and Connor has found out that fans are voting for him, because I guess the way the show was set up, voting is through hashtags on Twitter. Don't even get me started on that. But people have been voting for him, which is great. But his job's been called into question because of the reliability of the show, I guess, and like the scandal of what it would cause if like a bunch of issues came out with the show and the production team and all of that. And so he had already called off his relationship with Fizzy, but he was regretting it. And now it's too late, because there's no going back now that his job's being called into question, because people are voting for him to end up with her. So I was kind of right in the sense that people were going to vote for him. I don't think okay, next prediction. As I said, about 80% in. So I don't think that he is going to be voted as the winner, but I think that because it ends with like Fizzy getting to pick someone to go on vacation with her to Fiji, I think on the show aired, she's going to ask him to go with, and shit's gonna hit the fan. We'll see how it goes.
I am driving back to Massachusetts, and I am once again listening to the audiobook for The True Love Experiment. I am 92% in, so I'm almost done. And Fizzy just confessed her undying love to Connor at the wrap party for the show. And so it's before the finale, which I thought wrap parties were after everything was done to like wrap up, but whatever. And mid conversation, like after she's gotten everything out and Connor decides that he's gonna say some stuff, he gets interrupted by his assistant, maybe, I don't remember who interrupts him, and they are talking to him like, hey, so, and they say like, we got the results, and Connor like goes pale and like leaves, and that's that. So like, I don't know if we got the results is referring to Connor finally taking the test for, not the test, making a profile on like that dating app that River made. I don't remember what the dating app is. I don't know. But I'm hoping that that's it, and that Connor's like her gold match, because that's like a thing, like your like best match, like your 100 perfect match, it's called your gold match. And if it would be amazing if the book ended, or like the show ended with like Connor admitting that he's her gold match, you know, and that she is his gold match too, and then they end up like happily ever after regardless, because the whole point of the show is that like it wants to be credible and like based in the science of the dating website application, whatever it is. And so they can't deny the credibility of the website, you know what I mean? Like the whole point is that they're trying to show like, oh, does this actually work? And like, spoiler alert, she's in love with Connor, so it would still prove that it works if Connor was her gold match and she ends up with Connor, you know? So I'm just like, that's my hope. Okay, so I stopped for some Dunkin' and I finished the book, so I just wanted to update you. They do end up together. He does this really cute thing where he confesses that he loves her in the finale of the show and on live TV, and it's so cute. And I'll like wrap up my thoughts in a sec. It was so cute and I loved it. So future Kayla's gonna talk about the overall book and give a rating, but yay.
I absolutely loved this book. There was not one thing about this novel that I did not like, that I can remember. All I remember are the good things. And because of that, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. The finale, mwah, chef's kiss. We love when romances end in a positive way and tell you more about the future. They always tend to end like, oh, they got together, there was this epic coming together of the people, and Kano and Fizzy were no exception. But then we learn that they're gonna be doing a second season, but Fizzy's gonna be co-hosting with him. Beautiful. Incredible. I cannot wait to see the, I mean, I know I'm not gonna see it because that's not how books work, but I was excited to see more about the future in the like end of the book, and it wasn't just like a dry end, a quick ending. I also really believe that this relationship can thrive and stay together. Like, Kano was a co-parent and Fizzy got along with his person, and getting to see that dynamic and how the three of them would interact together, or the four of them, including his daughter, would interact together was really nice. The fact that that worked out well, and that his ex-wife was rooting for him getting with Fizzy was incredible. All in all, this book was fantastic, and yeah, nothing else to say. I will see you guys again soon, and yeah, you should, if you've read this book, drop down in the comment what you thought about it, because I thought it was amazing, and I haven't read reviews on it. I have no idea what other people thought, but big fan from me. And then, yeah, give this a like, subscribe. Thank you. You're going to be getting more regular content from me. Now that the semester's over, I can film and edit to my heart's content. I've got hours of free time every day. And y'all have a nice day.